Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6.
Some breaking news here tonight out of West Central Spokane. Spokane police tell us it's surrounding a home. We don't have many details right now about exactly what's happening. Thanks for joining us here tonight. I'm Jordan Smith. We'll show you the area we're talking about here on West Sharp near Ash. You can see that location on your screen there where the police presence is. And here's a live look at the scene. We have our reporter Peter Choi down there getting us some footage right now. You can see a lot of police presence down there surrounding that home. Again, not quite sure what the situation is developing there. You can see the SWAT truck is out there as people are kind of walking in front there. Huge police presence. We're trying to learn more information about what happened. Again, we got this call around 5 o'clock this afternoon, so we'll have our reporter out there to relay information back to us as they learn more. Well, lots of people spotted an interesting object in the sky Saturday night. We had viewers contact 4 News Now about the rocket-shaped object. Spokane County Sheriff's Office tells us the object was a hot air balloon, and we don't know where it came from or even who owns it. We put multiple calls into the Federal Aviation Administration, but those calls were unanswered. People on the Nextdoor app reported seeing the same type of balloon over Spokane and Spokane Valley last spring. And a gloomy, rainy afternoon here, Matt. I know we had a great, brilliant Saturday, and then we're back to kind of the gloomy outdoors.
Feels like it's been this way for weeks, right?
It's a really good pattern we're in right now.
Yeah. Don't worry, the patterns are going to be changing. No balloon flying today with showers and even some thunderstorms developing. So let's take a spin around the radar. We've got some rain moving into downtown Spokane right now, and really basically everywhere kind of north of the river. Expecting a good soaking here that's moving through the region in the next 15 minutes. We're also getting at least the bottom end of the South Hills getting a little bit of rain at this hour. Lots of wet weather as you head north of Deer Park into the Loon Lake area, Ford, Springdale. Cusick also just saw quite a bit of rain. Newport's been seeing rain off and on. Areas north of I-90 are going to continue to see some pretty wet conditions here as we head through the rest of the night. Some heavy rain as well for traveling on I-90 between Sprague and Cheney on I-90 there as you head to the west of Spokane. We've been watching some thunderstorms around Lind and Ritzville. Looks like they have since begun to fade away and collapse now, so no more lightning, but likely some good rain that's slowly worked its way into the Ritzville area, so that's going to be nice. Still some lightning, however, in the Ephrata and Moses Lake area. When thunder roars, head indoors, and that's going to be something we're probably going to have to talk about as we head later on into the spring season. But for tomorrow, more wet weather, and then we're talking about some warm weather, some of the warmest weather we've seen in about 6 months. I'll have more on that coming up.
We're all looking forward to that, Matt. Thanks for that. A former Idaho State police officer has been arrested by the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office in connection to killing his wife. 57-year-old Daniel Charles Howard turned himself in on Friday night. His then wife, Kendi Wilkins Howard, died in Athol, Idaho in February of 2021. The former trooper faces first-degree murder and domestic battery charges. A Spokane man died at the hospital following a motorcycle crash near the Spokane International Airport Saturday morning. Washington State Patrol says the man was headed east on State Route 2 near West Sunset Highway and West Airport Drive, milepost 282, when he left the road and hit a divider. The motorcyclist was ejected to the westbound side of State Route 2. WSP does not know at this time if drugs or alcohol were involved. Spokane is one of 28 cities voicing its frustration when it comes to drug use enforcement in Washington. Mayor Nadine Woodward and 27 other mayors across the state signed and sent a letter to the Washington legislature spelling out their concerns on the direction of a new drug enforcement policy that's making the rounds in the Washington legislature. Now, the purpose of this letter is to ask for 2 things: to make it a gross misdemeanor for public drug use, and for cities to be able to regulate their own drug enforcement ordinances. As of right now, the entire state operates off of a 3-strike system, meaning if someone were caught publicly using drugs, police have to refer them to substance abuse programs at least twice before an arrest can be made. It's a policy that Mayor Woodward says is not doing enough.
We support the opportunity for treatment, but if you don't get treatment, then you do go to jail if there's been an infraction. We want the abilities for cities to be able to pass ordinances like we have, that we've been working on, the Safer Open Spaces Ordinance, and those are things that the state right now is looking to take away from us.
And part of those demands were in the Senate version of this bill, but the city says this letter was initiated after the House removed that language from the bill. Governor Jay Inslee has officially banned the death penalty in Washington.
Let's be clear. By this act, we are ending the death penalty in the state of Washington, period.
By his side at the signing, Gerald Hankerson, the president of the Seattle King County NAACP. This issue is personal for Hankerson, who was sentenced to life without parole for a stabbing more than 20 years later. He was granted clemency and released. He served part of his sentence at the state penitentiary in Walla Walla, home to the state's death chamber. Since Hankerson's release, he's fought to ban capital punishment to protect others who have been unfairly sentenced.
Study after study have revealed that how people of color are most likely to get the death penalty than other people. And to finally remove that noose from around our neck, that's substantial, particularly here in Washington State.
Governor Inslee calls the new law a, quote, move forward for fairness in the state. If you're planning to eat out this week, there's an opportunity to enjoy food and to give back to the community. Starting Monday, the organization Volunteers of America is hosting the second annual Give and Gather event. Each participating restaurant will donate a part of their proceeds to Volunteers of America, helping support people who are less fortunate in our community. Our Peter Troy went to check out some of those restaurants earlier today and explains how you can help the community.
I'm at one of the local restaurants participating in the second annual Give and Gather event this year. The organization says the best part of this event is that you get to enjoy amazing food all week and help people in need in our community.
There's nothing better than some bacons and fried eggs for your breakfast.
Order up!
But when the money you're paying is going to help people in the community, it's a no-brainer.
I think it's an awesome thing.
Participating for the second year in a row, a local restaurant owner, Mike Arberson, says he's excited to see another year of Give and Gather.
Anytime we can do anything to help the community and donate and give a little bit back, it's a win-win for both of us.
Last year we were close to about 20,000, so it's a great fundraiser for us.
This year's donation will go toward funds for people who are experiencing homelessness.
Single adults that are chronically homeless, foster youth and veterans, and young adults and pregnant and parenting teens. So we do a lot of things all the time.
Elisa Ajib, who's the owner of the People's Waffles and Emma Ruse, says her business has been a longtime supporter for Volunteers of America.
It brings in, new customers for us as well. They're getting the word out to their donor base, and so people that may not know who People's Waffles is ends up coming in and visiting us this week.
You can find a list of nearest participating restaurants in your neighborhood on our website, kxly.com. In Spokane.
Well, you'll want to hurry up and use those Bed Bath & Beyond coupons you've had stockpiled. The retail giant just filed for bankruptcy. Plus, a 45-foot dragon catches fire at the happiest place on Earth. Disney now temporarily suspends similar fire effects around the world.
And showers and even a few thunderstorms will continue to roam around the region tonight. And we've got more rain in the forecast for the start of the week. After that, though, probably the biggest change that we have had in many months as we take a look at that rain far off in the distance here in downtown Spokane. Your forecast coming up shortly.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
4 News Now is brought to you by Floor & Home by Carpet One.
And now a joke from Yolk's Fresh Market. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta.
It's the biggest sale of the season at Furniture Row, so get ready because everything is on sale. Save on living, dining, and bedroom, like this unbeatable deal on the Wrangler sofa, only $5.99. Save big on the Gunsmoke Queen bed, only $6.99. Get the 5-piece Colors dining set for only $4.49. And check out the queen size Summit Firm for only $332.49. Plus 3 years, no interest financing. But hurry, the biggest sale of the season at Furniture Row ends soon.
April showers brings mud, and that means it's time to go off-road and throw some dirt. And everything you need is waiting at Snow's Auto. Add lighting upgrade, new bumper and winch. And get special pricing on all truck and Jeep lifts, as well as new rugged tires to make your truck, Jeep, or Bronco an off-road beast. Plus, save on remote starts for just $399. Window tints are $50 off. And all speakers, amps, and subwoofers are on sale this week at Snow's Auto.
Experience the film that started it all as a live symphony orchestra performs with the full movie on the big screen.
Second show added. Get your tickets now at ticketswest.com.
Down we dive, spouting our flame from under.
Come see the Commanders Jazz Ensemble in Coeur d'Alene, April 23rd at North Idaho College, and in Spokane, April 24th at the Fox Theater.
For a limited time, get a free set of pallet forks when you purchase a new John Deere 3E Series compact utility tractor. From new landscaping projects to cleaning up winter yard debris, this versatile tractor and attachment combo will help you tackle all your outdoor spring projects. Stop by your local Pape Machinery Ag and Turf store today to take advantage of no payments for 90 days on all new 1 through 4 Series compact tractors. Pape keeps you moving.
Here's to the Hoofersnoots, the Bauhoppers, and the Cluckerfloofs. Here's to all the happy animals that make the fresh foods that make us happy. Many of them living right here on local farms.
4 News Now is brought to you by Horizon Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Extreme Team.
Time for your forecast and the biggest change in our weather in a long, long time later this week. Last time it was 70 degrees was on October 19th. Our last mid-70s day was on the 9th of October, and we're running a little bit behind. We are going to hit that number. I am very confident of that later on this week, because once the storm that's over us right now gets out of the way, high pressure takes over across the West Coast, and it looks like it's going to be sticking around for quite some time. So look at our change in temperatures. We're talking about a 20-degree change in our forecasted highs from mid-50s and showery on Monday, upper 60s on Thursday, and then mid-70s by the time we get to the weekend. And then these are the temperature chances for next week, which is showing the bullseye here right over us in the northwest for some warmer than usual conditions. So we're probably looking at about 2 weeks worth of some pretty warm weather. So this is going to be quite a change, and I know many people have been looking forward to that. But in the meantime, we have to keep an eye on the skies, and certainly the 4 News Now weather app and the live interactive radar are certainly going to be useful if you have some plans for this evening. As we got one thunderstorm just past the Sprague area, so that likely within the next hour is going to be hovering around the greater Spokane area, and also some showers and storms up and down the I-90 corridor as you head west towards Moses Lake with some showery weather as well. It's going to stick around for a good portion of the night as you head to places like Deer Park, Colville, Sandpoint, and Bonners Ferry, because look what happens here as we put our radar simulation in motion, and you can see while things mostly clear out as we get towards 11 o'clock, there's still going to be quite a bit of activity as you head into places like Boundary County, Pend Oreille County, North Stevens County in Northeast Washington as well. Now for tomorrow, don't forget the raincoat, don't forget the umbrella. Spotty showers as we're getting up in the morning, and it is not going to change all that much as we go through the day. We'll continue to see off and on rain showers, not quite as intense as what we have seen so far this evening, but certainly it is not going to be the sunniest and brightest day overall. So that is what we're keeping an eye out for. You notice that I didn't say anything about sunshine, and that's a real bummer because, man, the aurora is really going to be going tonight. Head south maybe a few hours if you want to have a good shot to see that. Man, what a bummer. But that's how the cookie crumbles this time of the year. Everything all at once. We're going to end up with some beautiful weather as we head into next weekend. I can't wait.
You and me both, Matt. It'll be nice to be out for both days next weekend. Enjoy that. The Hiawatha Trail will be opening in just a few weeks, and we wanted to give you a preview of what you could expect when it opens. Let's go for a ride on the Air 4 drone.
Welcome to the Hiawatha. The Hiawatha is America's most scenic rails to trails conversion. You've got condensed into a 15-mile, mostly downhill path. You've got 7 sky-high trestles, 10 tunnels, 9 of the tunnels which you ride through. And the first one, which you see here, is the Taft Tunnel. It's 1.661 miles long, and it is dark. Some of the tunnels are curved. Most of them are straight. Some of them are reinforced with cement, and others are just naturally left the way they were chipped out of the earth.
In St. Louis, we do a lot of bike riding on rails to trails, but let me just say, there's nothing like this there. It was terrific between the tunnels and the trestles. Wow. We rode this about 17 years ago, so not long after it opened. So we wanted to come back.
Well, I think some of the history is what I find really interesting, and the scenic beauty. So when you get up on top of Kelly Creek Trestle, which is the longest trestle, and it's also the highest at 230 feet up, you're able to look way up a valley and know that there was a mill at the far end. They built this railroad back in the day to harvest all the virgin timber that was here. This was known as the most beautiful section of railroad in the country when it was first established back in 1909.
Oh, it's just gorgeous.
That 20% off Bed Bath & Beyond coupon that's in your drawer is only good for a few more days. Bed Bath & Beyond filed for bankruptcy on Sunday, and the company says it will stop accepting coupons on Wednesday. Instead, Bed Bath & Beyond expects to offer deep discounts on its products as part of its going out of business sales. Profits for Bed Bath & Beyond took a hit after stores closed for months because of the pandemic. The company has been trying to cut costs by closing more than half of its stores since late last year. From California, look at this massive fire that broke out at Disneyland. Officials say a giant dragon caught fire during the park's Fantasmic show Saturday night. Fantasmic is a long-running nighttime Disney show featuring special effects, state-of-the-art projections, and superb pyrotechnics, including Maleficent, a 45-foot fire-breathing dragon. Disney says Anaheim Fire and Rescue quickly responded and were able to put the fire out. All cast members and guests were evacuated from Tom Sawyer Island and areas around it due to the smoke and wind. Authorities now trying to figure out what went wrong. The Supreme Court is keeping the status quo on the abortion drug mifepristone, at least for now. The High Court granted a full stay of a lower court order from a judge in Texas over the FDA's approval of the pill. Here's ABC's Elizabeth Schulze with the details.
The Supreme Court putting a pause on rulings from 2 lower courts that would have severely restricted access to mifepristone, a medication the CDC says is used in more than half of U.S. abortions. Conservative Justices Samuel Alito and Clarence Thomas dissented, indicating they would have let the restrictions go into effect. Abortion rights advocates and the pharmaceutical industry relieved by the High Court's decision. President Biden saying in a statement, "I continue to stand by FDA's evidence-based approval of mifepristone. The stakes could not be higher for women across America." The senior counsel for Alliance Defending Freedom, which filed the lawsuit in Texas challenging the FDA approval of mifepristone, responded in a statement saying, "We look forward to a final outcome in this case that will hold the FDA accountable." The federal judge in that case sided with anti-abortion activists, saying mifepristone should never have been approved by the FDA more than 20 years ago. Legal experts say this case could have a much wider impact.
If you can have a drug be approved, be on the market for 23 years, and then have it pulled from the market, that's deeply problematic. And if you're a pharmaceutical company, you may think twice about investing money in research to develop drugs, particularly ones that might be deemed socially controversial.
Oral arguments related to the Texas case will begin on May 17th at the conservative Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. The decision from that court could ultimately send the case back to the Supreme Court. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
Still much more ahead here tonight in sports. The Washington State Cougars wrapped up their spring ball this weekend with the annual Crimson and Gray game. Coming up in sports, Alex Crescenti shows us how the offense exploded to help lead Team Crimson to victory.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
Heart-pounding
design, intelligent technology, courageous performance. Discover a new world of possibilities in the Lexus RX. Never lose your edge.
For over 30 years, Denver Mattress has been crafting factory direct mattresses with innovative design and unrivaled quality, improving the sleeping lives of millions of people one night at a time. And during the biggest sale of the season, save up to $800 on Purple mattress and adjustable base bundles, plus get a $300 free gift. Check out the Summit Firm, only $332.49, or get a Doctor's Choice Firm, now just $664.99, plus 3 years no interest and free shipping.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
What program you watching?
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Can't you tune it in better than that?
Granny loves her MeTV.
Let's get the television warmed up.
Watch MeTV, weeknights at 9 on KXLY 4.2.
It's all about fun, food, relaxation, low room prices, and more fun. Cure your spring fever at North Idaho's most welcoming casino, the Kootenai Casino. April is Progressive Super Spends Month, and it's your chance to win big while paying so little for your getaway. Our April Kootenai Falls Lodge and Riverview rooms are specially priced. If amazing gaming is what you want, book a spring fever getaway. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
McVeigh Brothers is the only 5-star certified select shingle master contractor in the Inland Northwest. We also have great financing options like no money down and up to 12 years low interest financing. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
Well, after a month of practice, the Washington State Cougars hit the field for one final time this spring for the annual Crimson and Gray Games Saturday afternoon. And with a few new faces, including an offensive and defensive coordinator and a plethora of transfer players, the 2023 squad is sure to look a whole lot different from the previous season. And already there are some names standing out amongst the rest. And this game was all Team Crimson. In the first quarter, Cam Ward goes over the middle, finds transfer DT Sheffield at a Northwest Mississippi Community College. The newcomer turns on the Jets, eventually taken out of bounds by Sam Lockett. On the next play, Ward drops the snap, but it's all good. Jalen Jenkins is there to pick it up. He finds an opening, and no one's going to catch him. He's in for the score tie ball game. In the second quarter, Crimson on the move again. Ward sits in the pocket, finds Sheffield over the middle. There is simply no one quick enough to catch him. He's in for the touchdown, and that combo, that could be nasty this fall. One of the complaints about this Coug team last year was their inability for explosive plays, but there were plenty Saturday. Ward goes deep, connects with newcomer Josh Kelly out of Fresno State. He's eventually going to be tackled just before the goal line. Can't get that score, but that's all good because the vet, Nakia Watson, is going to punch it in from a couple yards out as Team Crimson goes on to win this one 42-14. But more importantly, the coaches and the players liked what they saw from the entire squad.
The challenge was to hit the accelerator as we finished off spring. I think we did that. I think you saw the explosiveness that we can have on offense. It's amazing, though, when you're playing each other, so you look at it from defensively, we got to stop explosive plays.
We didn't have any bad chemistry times. Everyone stayed positive, even though we didn't score the first drive like we wanted to, but it was no pointing fingers. So the camaraderie for the team is especially there. I feel like going to the summer, that's the next step we need to get to.
We're really building depth in all areas. I think we have this year, I'm a lot more confident with our 2s and our 3s, knowing what they're doing and being able to go out there and execute.
And this would be a good time to remind everyone that we are just 132 days away from the season opener at Colorado State. Let's head out to T-Mobile Park as the Mariners were looking for the sweep of the St. Louis Cardinals. In the second, the M's are going to find themselves down a couple runs, but the hottest bat on this team, Jared Kelenic, well, he's at it again. He goes oppo boppo, just gets this one over the fence for his 6th home run of the season. Just one more, and he's going to match all he had in 2022. Later in the inning, Ty France with the bases loaded finds the gap into left field, and that brings home 2 runners. Seattle takes their first lead of the afternoon. For France, he's already up to 15 RBIs on the season. But that offense, not nearly enough to help the struggling Chris Flexen. In the 4th, Nolan Gorman takes him deep for the 3-run shot and gives the Cardinals back the lead. Flexen only goes 4 innings, giving up 6 runs on 9 hits. And the Cardinals avoid the sweep, and they take this one 7-3. And we've talked about it time and time again. The M's inability to give their pitchers run support, and they are just 1 in 10 this season when their opponents score more than 4 runs. 4 News Now. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Spokane Regional Clean Air Agency.
It's the biggest sale of the season at Furniture Row, so get ready because everything is on sale. Save on living, dining, and bedroom, plus 3 years no interest. The biggest sale of the season at Furniture Row ends soon.
You're building a home or updating an existing one. You want windows to be strong, beautiful, long-lasting, and durable. You want options to express creativity and increase your home's curb appeal. You want to feel secure in your investment. Then choose Milgard Windows and Doors from River City Glass. Both are industry leaders with the highest quality materials and windows that are backed by a lifetime warranty to include parts and labor. Residential and commercial, Milgard Windows and Doors. Call River City Glass today or visit their showroom at 6615 East Main.
I just don't think STCU could handle us. We've grown a lot.
Can I be frank with you? Not just because that's my name. No, we've upgraded our tools, team, and bring a fresh perspective.
So what's your pitch?
Slow down a bit. Growth's great, but uncontrolled growth, now that can be dangerous.
And how could growth be bad?
You ever seen a 6-foot-tall third grader sitting on Santa's lap? It's weird.
This is some sort of reverse psychology.
You can't drive 80 miles per hour down a highway that's not finished. You don't want to eat a grilled cheese.
I would have stopped at the first one.
I didn't know where I was going with that anyways.
I get your point, but I don't need STCU to help us slow down.
True, but we're happy to offer strategy and advice until you do need us. Sometimes, what's best for you doesn't boost our bottom line.
Sounds like STCU actually cares.
We do. All right, 3, 2, 1. Feel like we've had a breakthrough here today. STCU Business. Partner up.
April showers brings mud, and that means it's time to go off-road and throw some dirt. And everything you need is waiting at Snow's Auto. Add lighting upgrade, new bumper and winch, and get special pricing on all truck and Jeep lifts, as well as new rugged tires to make your truck, Jeep, or Bronco an off-road beast. Plus, save on remote starts for just $399. Window tints are $50 off, and all speakers, amps, and subwoofers are on sale this week at Snow's Auto.
For over 30 years, Denver Mattress has been improving the sleeping lives of millions, one night at a time. And check out the Summit Firm, now only $332.49, plus 3 years no interest and free shipping.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Not quite sure if we'll get any thunder and lightning up this way in Spokane, but certainly there's plenty of wet weather on I-90 to our southeast. Or southwest, rather. That is going to bring some more rain into the region this evening. So, hey, don't forget your raincoat.
That's right. Hey, it's next weekend, though. We're all looking forward to it.
It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing.
We're turning a corner. It's finally happening, guys.
Spring is here, officially. Calling it now.
Calling it.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.